What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have episode 44 of the Buccaneers franchise, and we are in the championship game for the NFC, and we are going to be taking on our division rival, the Atlanta Falcons. This is a team that we have seen twice already this season. The first game was in the early part of the season, and we ended up losing 27-21. Desmond Ridder had a very good day, 252 yards, 2 touchdowns. Tyler Chambers, on the other hand, had a subpar day. 84.7 was his final QBR, and that was when I sort of thought that Ridder was going to be the guy for Atlanta moving forward. But since then, Desmond Ridder has taken a fall off of a cliff and does not appear to be the same guy that we faced in week 2, because then in week 10, we ended up putting a whooping on him. 31-10 was the final of that game. Tyler Chambers on this day had a much better performance. 123.8 was his rating. Desmond Ridder, not good at all. He took 5 sacks, 2 interceptions, no touchdowns, and finished with a 54.1 rating. Now, during this time, the Falcons were the #1 team in our division. They were holding that spot strong because we had a few rough games early on in the season. Because looking at his first few weeks, it looked like things were going very well. They were 3-0. They beat us. They beat the Saints. They beat the Rams, all in very good fashion. And Desmond Ridder was playing very good football. Maybe not astronomically great Patrick Mahomes level football, but he was protecting the ball for the most part. He was getting the team downfield. But then a little dent in the shield in week 4 against the Packers, 59.6 rating, 4 interceptions. First game where he had just an abysmal performance, and it just kept getting worse from there, and little by little it turned into a very inconsistent season where the wins started getting fewer and farther between, and that allowed us to catch up. They did finish out strong. He finished out the season very, very strong, so it was really the mid-season where they lost control of the division. And because of that, we were able to catch back up, take away the lead of the division, and keep it from here on out. He ended up finishing the season with 19 interceptions, 32 passing touchdowns, and a QBR of 95.3. Not bad numbers, but when you look at the individual games, you could see that Ridder, while he can perform well, is not as consistent as you need. And now we are about to play these guys for the 3rd time this season. They finished 1 game behind us in the division, but they ended up making it through 2 rounds of the playoffs, knocking off the Packers in a very impressive 42-9 win, and then also sneaking one out from the Giants 28-25 to make it here for their 3rd matchup with us of the season. On the other side, we have the Ravens and the Chargers vying for the opportunity to go for a Super Bowl after they took care of business in the divisional round against the Colts and the Browns, respectively. And there really is not a whole lot for us to talk about in this episode. We know what's going on around the league. We know we had a dominant performance last week against the Eagles. It is now just time to see what exactly we can do against the Falcons. And can we get ourselves for the Super Bowl? The Falcons ended up finishing off the season with one of the best running backs in all of football, Bijan Robinson. 1,560 yards and 14 touchdowns for him. He did have 3 fumbles, but regardless of that, he has become one of the best running backs in the league, if not the best. He's just the youngest out of the best. You know, you have your Nick Chubb, you have Derrick Henry, you have Josh Jacobs. You have these players that are already anointed up there, but Bijan Robinson is by far the most talented and has the brightest future out of all of the running backs. And every time we play them, we know he is going to be a problem. In the receiving game, they did not have a single 1,000-yard receiver. Drake London was very close with 965 and 11 touchdowns. AJ Osborne, in his 6th season, 712 yards, 6 touchdowns. Jaleel Shelton, the guy I made fun of in the beginning of the season, if you guys remember that, ended with 694 and 5 touchdowns. Al Pitts, 617 and 4. So the passing game has not been their strongest suit, but we know that Ridder can turn it on at some points. We just don't know when that's going to be. We've had 1 good game and 1 bad game from him so far this season. Let's hope that's not a repeated cycle and he's up for a good game against us. Defensively, they're led by Ernest Jones in the middle, along with Chris Woodley, their 2nd-year middle linebacker, AJ Terrell in the secondary, and along with Clark Phillips and Richie Grant from the secondary as well. This team has a lot of players that have good name recognition to some degree, you know, like Okudah, AJ Terrell, but some of them are still trying to prove their worth. Lorenzo Carter, though, in his 8th season, has already done that. 10.5 sacks, led the team this season, right on top of Grady Jarrett with 8, along with Jadeveon Clowney also having 8. So we know they have a good pass rush. They have veteran leadership there. We have to be prepared for them to throw us some stuff. And we know that our rookie quarterback cannot fall victim to a lot of pressure. We need to protect him at all costs. Jeff Okudah, in his 6th season, leading the team with 4 interceptions. Not a lot of interceptions for them on the season as a whole, but Okudah has had a very good season. Some would say a bounce back. He hasn't had the brightest career after being drafted very high with the Lions 6 years ago. But here with the Falcons, he's got a chance to at least get himself into the championship game and potentially win himself a Super Bowl. But this team, man, they are feisty. We know it. We've seen it. And because of the effect of Bijan Robinson, I know I've done this the last 2 times, and I'm going to do it again. I have to defend the inside run. Because while Ritter can do damage, and we've seen him do things to us before in the passing game that led us to end up having a loss, the more consistent factor is and always will be Bijan Robinson. They're number 2 in the league in rushing for a reason, 151 yards average per game. Their passing yards are bottom half of the division, or bottom half of the league. So because of that, we are going to go defend inside run for sure. Offensively, I think we want to try and actually pass the ball a little bit. We've had success when Tyler Chambers is comfortable pushing the ball downfield and our line is protecting things properly. So let's try and do that. So that's where we're going to go. We're going to go defend inside run on defense, and we're going to go throw it medium on offense. And now let's figure out this weekly game plan here. I need us to get 5 sacks, because the last time we did that, we put Desmond Ritter in peculiar positions all day, and it ended up leading to a very big victory. On defense, no more than 20 points. I like that one. Offensively, 350, good target. And then for the head coach goal, win turnover battle. If we can force the turnovers and put Desmond Ritter in that state of mind that he's been in a few times this season, it might just put us over to the top at the end and help protect Chambers. We need to make sure that we're protecting the ball and our defense is getting after it. So we're going to go with win turnover battle. And now, after our weekly training is done, we ended up having a few upgrades to get to before we get to the game. And I definitely wanted to show you guys these. We got some good ones here. Rashad Barr first up. And as always, elusive back. I want to build this guy into be an incredible running back. Agility, awareness, break tackle, and juke move. I might be crazy here, guys, but like, am I crazy for thinking it might be a good offseason for us to move on from Rashad White? I know that sounds absolutely ridiculous, but I have a decision to make here. Do we keep Rashad White, knowing that he is getting older and he's never really taken the next step in his development to be able to get up to, a great overall? And we have Rashad Barr here, who we know can be special, and he's only 22 years old. I just feel like it would be almost a waste for us to not get the most out of this guy. I don't know. That's just something I've been thinking of lately. Let me know what you guys think down below about that. I love Rashad White. He's done great things for us, but would this be a good time for sort of like how the Patriots used to do? Move on a year or two too soon before a year or two too late and get the best return for him. You know what I mean? That's sort of how I'm seeing this. We have Taquan Samuel. I would love for Taquan Samuel to be the guy. I just don't think he's going to be the guy. I think Rashad Barr will surpass him very soon if we give him the opportunity. And then Josh Jones, we know that we are going to be moving on from him after the season, but we still need him for the next couple of games, hopefully. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do power for him and see if we can get some good stuff there. We have pass block power and run block power +2. There we go. Good for him. Servasia Dennis. I'm still not sure if I'm saying his name 100% correctly or not, but he has been awesome for us as well. I like having him. Oh, look at that. +2 off the run stopper upgrade. 1 excel, 1 man, 2 tackle, and 2 to zone. That is a really good upgrade for him. He's now 74 overall pass coverage linebacker. I really like him, man. He fills in well for us in times of need, and I think he's a great depth piece and rotational piece for our linebacking core. And then, of course, my favorite story of the season, Najee Flowers, coming from a 67 overall, normal development, building him into being an incredible future project. We're going to go hybrid for him here. And he is going to end up getting 1 awareness, 1 man, 1 play rec, and 2 to tackle. Yeah, I have high hopes for him in the future. 88 speed, not the best, not the worst. He has good hit power, and his play rec is starting to come around a little bit now. Awareness is a little bit better, so I'm happy to see that. So yeah, Najee Flowers, favorite story by far of the season. I'm sure you guys are probably sick of hearing me talk about him. And here we go. It is time for kickoff here in the conference championship. We have talked about this game for a little bit now. We know the rivalry that's at stake. The question now is, can we put it together and can we get the victory? We are 1 game away from getting to the Super Bowl. And of course, it's got to be these pesky Falcons that stand in our way of getting that job done. I'm excited to see what we can do today. I brought out the pewter colored jerseys. We don't wear these things enough, man. I love these things. And there's Desmond Ridder. He is really the story of this game, even for us. And how he shows up is going to really determine what happens to us moving forward. And it looks like we are going to get to start off on defense once again. And here it is. Ridder coming onto the field for the first time today to open up this game, this championship game. And we've seen his stats more times than I need to remind you about. Now let's see how these Falcons are going to open up this game. We're going to come out in a full house look. Hand off to Robinson immediately up the middle for 5 yards. A nice run. Good way to open things up. Just get the ball rolling, get a positive play on the board. And now they're going to go to a 4 receiver set. Snap taken. Ridder under pressure. He goes down to Luvu. A big sack of loss of about 15 yards. As Frankie Luvu getting the defense warmed up. Excellent job. He just dropped back a little too far. You know, like sometimes these quarterbacks, man, they'll drop back just a few steps too far, or maybe too far to one side or the other, and it just gives that edge to the defender because the lineman doesn't know what's going on. The lineman is just trying to keep him from going backwards. And now 3rd and 20, and Atlanta's opening drive looking weak, and there it is. It's finished. As Anthony Moore on the linebacker blitz, we send it on 3rd and long, and we'll get a 2nd sack and force the punt. We pushed him back a little bit, so we're going to get a chance to start at the 48. Big first start for our defense. And then here is the man, Tyler Chambers. Yes, the story is Ridder, but the other story on our side as well is, can Chambers live up to the hype of being a rookie in the championship game for the NFC? Here we go. First snap's going to be a pass. Chambers back looking, and it is batted down. He was looking for Palmer deep, but it was Phillips in there on the stop. Gets his hand up, and now it's going to be an offset eye look for Rashad White. And we'll go to White, right up the gut. He's got some blocks, and he'll get himself down to the 40. A nice pickup of 8 yards. And that's something that I'm hoping we can see more of today. But we know that, you know, the Falcons defense, they're good all the way around, but they're especially good at stopping the run. And on 3rd down, we're going to do a little play action, get out of the backfield and fire it deep to Wharton, who's open and steps out at the 8-yard line, a pickup of 32 yards. He's probably kicking himself for not staying in bounds. But I don't care. 32-yard completion on 3rd and 2. We caught them slipping on the play action. And we get our big playmaker involved right away. I love to see it. Back to this offset look. Same formation as before on 2nd down. And this time we're going to pass out of it. Quick one to Godwin. Got it. No, it's incomplete. He couldn't get his feet down. Oh, we're going to challenge that. I'm not a fan of that challenge. I just don't see where he got his feet down. I saw the pylon move. Yeah, he does not have both feet down. I do not like this challenge. Oh, it depends on if they're going to count that first foot before it lifts off the ground. Oh, they reversed it. It's a touchdown. I'm shocked at that, man. Wow, that was a tough call there. But hey, we'll take it. 7-0 thanks to Chris Godwin and the officials. And Ritter coming back out for the second drive. First one, very, very bad. We're getting out to a hot start once again, similar to last week. And right away they go right back to Robinson, who gets annihilated in the backfield, and it's Luvu again. A loss of 4. Going back to this pistol look. 2nd and 14, they need something. Another handoff to Robinson, and Robinson gets caught up. It looked like Johnson got a hand on him, forced him to slow down, and then guess who? Frankie Luvu came flying from the other side to bring him down at the line. And now once again Atlanta in a 3rd and long situation. Ritter back, he steps up, he lets it go over the middle, and it is caught by Drake London. That was a clutch throw and a clutch catch to get them the first down. My God, I did not anticipate him making that catch or that throw. And he had pressure in his face when he did it too. Play action now, Ritter dropping into the flats there to the tight end, and it's going to go for just a gain of 1. Neal, of course, patrolling the area as he usually does. Now 3 split to the left. Ritter takes the snap, rolls out to the... Oh no, he's in trouble again, and he goes down. Yaya Diaby and Timmy Baker back there to team up for the 3rd sack of the day. We sent another blitz, and my gosh, did it work. Let's see if they have another miracle in them like they did the last 3rd down. This one, they're going for a screen, and it gets chucked in the dirt thanks to Jermaine Johnson's pressure. And we're going to find ourselves with the ball back right away. No! We just ran into the kicker, or the punter. No way. That's going to give them a fresh set of downs. Atlanta getting a little bit of a payback thanks to the refs giving us the touchdown. The refs just gave them a huge conversion thanks to the refs didn't do it. We did it, right? We ran into the kicker. But I'm just saying, they caught their break back from our break that we got, and now a beautiful shot over the middle of London. An absolute strike. And they're now there to the 48-yard line. Nice play. Ritter back over the middle. Osborne in the between 3 or 4 defenders. But a quick pass gets the veteran receiver 21. And just like that, Atlanta now in striking distance. Pistol look for Ritter, takes the snap. He throws it in the flats, but we have people all over it. Dean, White, Bronson, all there to bring down Robinson for a loss of 4. Ritter not happy, but man, you can't just chuck it out there without seeing what's there. I mean, there was defenders at the line of scrimmage waiting for that flare route. And Ritter now gonna push it to Pitts. And Luvu, not only good in the run game and rushing the passer, showing off his ability to drop back into coverage there on the tight end. Blitz coming, and they tried for the screen. And let's see now if they're going to take the points and try for a long field goal. It would be a 52-yard attempt. And that is exactly what they're going to do. Younghoe Koo comes in. He puts it up. It's got the distance, and it's good. Atlanta gets some points out of the drive. And after the field goal, we come back out from our own 25. Chambers in shotgun. Quick snap, quick drop back. Lets it go into the flats to White, and he falls forward to the 30. Pickup of 5. A.J. Terrell Jr. on the coverage. Nice open field tackle for him. And play action. Chambers over the middle. A deep shot to Wharton. He's got him. 2 plays to Wharton, both going for huge gains. As that's going to push us past midfield down to the 41. That play action caught 55, Chris Woodley, just a little bit, made him hesitate just a little bit, and then Chambers was able to put a beautiful pass right over the top of him into that soft spot in the zone because of the play action. Love watching those kind of things play out. Pistol look here on first, hand off to White, right up the gut, bounces to the left, and he is dropped immediately. It will give him a yard, but Ernest Jones was not falling for it. Been a very action-packed first quarter. Chambers drops back, fires left side to Palmer, and he'll get a few yards going out of bounds at the 37. And now a third down for us. 3rd and 5. Palmer and Wharton split right. Blake down in the slot to the left. Chambers takes a snap, looks for Godwin. He's got him down to the 20. I didn't even see Godwin down in there tight up to the line. And I guess the defense didn't either. 2 catches, 25 for him. Of course, the first being that controversial touchdown overturned by the refs. And now Chambers fires to Godwin again. Sort of a risky pass there because, yes, he makes the catch, but throwing a cross body like that, if Phillips saw him do that just a split second earlier, we might be looking at an interception the other way. Ouch. Oh, big shot! It's caught but incomplete. Godwin again making a great catch, but even I know there's no way we're reviewing that one. 3rd and 6 now. Stack formation to the right. Chambers looking deep. End zone to Blake. Got him for the touchdown. Another corner route. The tight end delivers using his height to get up above A.J. Terrell and haul it in. 3rd crack at it for Atlanta. Last time out, of course, they got that field goal. They'll go back to Robinson. You can tell they really want to feed Bijan Robinson, but we have not given them any sign that it's going to be a successful attempt. 5 carries, -1 yards for the special running back. 2nd and 8, Ritter back over the middle. It's batted down. He was looking for Shelton, but Dean had his eyes on it as well. Almost came away with it, but it's going to still lead to 3rd and 8. London split down here in the slot. Oh no, look who it is. It's Najee Flowers with the sack and the safety blitz. They cannot stop our pass rush today. The defense answering the call that we asked for again. The last time we faced this team, we had 5 sacks. This week, we already have 4. And there's a handoff to Samuel running over the defender, charging his way down to the 46. That's a big boy run right there. Wow, what a big run from Samuel. First one of the day, it goes for 15. We haven't ran it a lot, but when we do, it's okay. Well, I tried it. I tried to say it works, but the very next play, Davian Clowney shuts it down for a loss of 3. Atlanta's defense needs to make a play here. Chambers back, looks short for White, and they do just that. Another big play from the defense. That one, it's Chris Woodley. A loss of 2 puts us back to 3rd and 15. Atlanta with a chance to get us off the field and not allow any points. Empty backfield for Chambers. He takes a snap. Blitz is coming. He fires it into Blake's chest, and he's got the completion down to the 30. Absolute dot. The blitz did not get there in time. It left somebody open. And it looks as if Jesse Bates was actually the one caught slipping a little bit. He dropped back initially, and it gave that tight window there for Blake to sort of creep open. We're going to stay in this empty look. And this one is a short one to Wharton. It's caught for 4. 11 of 13, 136 yards and a touchdown. 3 for 65 for Taylor Wharton. Somebody that I definitely want us to see get more involved. I'm happy to see him so far getting some looks in this first half. As Chambers looks short to Otten, he's got him, and it's a first down. He stood tall in the pocket. He delivered it even though he took a shot. And now we find ourselves in the red zone again. Chambers looking right side, and it's Godwin shoved out at the 10. We just keep pushing down the field. Chambers is making excellent, quick decisions right now. We have a chance to go up 18 points on this drive. Short one to White. He gets around the corner, and Bates able to track him down because he had no resistance after Bates to get to that pylon. And now it's going to force another first down, first and goal at the 5. Handoff, White. Dropped at the 2. The momentum from the hit actually gave him a few yards. And now you have to suspect we're just going to hand this thing off to Samuel here. No, play action. Chambers running around, going for it, is batted down. What a play by Jesse Bates. Diving across and knocking it down to force third down. Goal line package once again. Handoff to Samuel, diving over the top for the touchdown. Third one of the day. After the last touchdown, both teams went back with punts. And now the Falcons come back out here on offense. It was quick drives for both sides. And the crowd is losing a little bit of momentum, right? It's been a little quiet the last few drives. As Atlanta comes out swinging with a nice shot to London. Hitch route there on the left side gets him a first down. 3 catches, 42 yards for him. Now they're going to stay in a empty set here. Bunch split to the left. Ritter over the middle. Another shot, that one to Pitts, and it's completed. And that will get Atlanta across midfield, down to the 44, a pickup of 16. And that's what they need to do. Keep the pressure going here. Ritter back. Another quick pass, another catch. That one to Robinson, and he's down to the 30. And Atlanta coming out swinging here, finally showing some life. Play action now for Ritter. Going deep again, and he misses his target. Jaleel Shelton was open, and he just overshot him to the left. Man, that was not a good look. Empty set, blitz coming, going deep again, and it's off target again. Drake London that time. I don't know if I put that one on Ritter. I feel like London could have done a little bit more to try and bring that pass in, but he just didn't want to, it looks like. Another snap, Ritter forced out. Oh, it's intercepted! Antoine Winfield Jr. with the pick. Ritter tries making a play to KJ Osborne. And he had to throw it quickly, and he just didn't get it far enough outside, and Winfield read it perfectly for the interception. And slowly but surely, the Ritter that has sort of cost the Falcons their season, or at least their division, is starting to show up. And we're going to come out in an empty set. Chambers, a quick dump down to James Blake, and he'll get 6. We're now under 3 minutes to play here in this first half. If we can put more points on the board going into halftime, I mean, that's going to make this second half comeback attempt from Atlanta very, very difficult. Oh, beautiful play there. Wharton was left wide open. All the way out to the 46. And that brought us to the 2-minute warning. Wharton getting some heavy targets in this first half. Love to see it. As Blake makes that catch. The defender, I think he almost thought he had the ball, but it seemed to go right through his hands and into Blake's. We'll get 4 yards out of it. Minute and a half to go. Chambers short again, and it is caught again. And it's Godwin. Can Godwin make a catch without looking like he ran out of bounds first? Like, is that possible for him to do today? Every time he catches the ball, I feel like it's going to get called incomplete. And another shot. There we go. There we go. Just mock me away, Chris Godwin. I see how it is. Happy with it. 1st and 10, down to the 24. Oh, they send heat. And he's off target. I don't know who to blame there. It looked like it was close enough to Wharton, but it also looks like Wharton wasn't ready for it. I don't know. But either way, 2nd and 10. Play action now. Chambers deep to the end zone, and it's almost intercepted. He didn't put it up high enough for Wharton, who actually had A.J. Terrell beat. But because it was so low, He almost turned that into an interception for the defense. Oh, blitz coming over the middle, and that one it's caught. And that one's Trey Palmer. And he gets it down to the 8-yard line. And we will call our first timeout. 47 seconds left in the first half, and we have it 1st and goal from the 8. Chambers looking for the screen. He gets it to White, and White is going to walk in untouched. 4 touchdowns to open up this championship game. 28-3, as the Falcons have just been shocked. All right, here we are back after the halftime break. Still up 28-3. Atlanta knows a little too much about this score, don't they? Sorry if you're a Falcons fan, I just had to. It was just right there for the pickings, and there is Samuel taking what's given to him as well as he takes it out to the 42. A beautiful run and great blocking as well up front. He had nobody touch him until he got tackled. I mean, you can't ask for much more as a running back. And this time it's going to go to White, and he will get brought down after 2. And this is where we can start trying to implement the run game just a little bit more. We've put up a lot of points already. 2nd and 8. Chambers is going to stick with the pass, though. Oh, he's pushed backwards. Fires it short to Otten, who falls forward, but is not able to get the first down. 3rd and inches. And there's another handoff to Samuel. And he'll get the few yards we needed. Move the chains. 6 carries, 36 yards for him. He's going to stay in the game. He's actually been in the game quite a bit today. Another handoff to him. He cuts it outside. Excellent job by Sebastian Joseph Day. He turned just in the nick of time to bring him down before he had that big lane ahead of him. And instead of it being a big run, it ends up being just 5 yards. Another handoff to Samuel. And Clowney that time. Oh no, Ernest Jones is hurt. Falcons middle linebacker. He's going to go to the sideline. Looks to be a shoulder injury. 3rd and 5 now. White back in the game. And we're going for another screen. We get it, but we do not get the first. Atlanta saw it coming, and Woodley, the other middle linebacker, gets over there to bring him down. And now the question is, do we try to go for a field goal? We will. A long one. About 55 yards. It's up. McClellan's got the leg. It's good. 31-3. A huge kick from McClellan. And Samuel takes the handoff. A gain of 3. I'm not sure if Rashad White, has been tired today or what, but Samuel has been in on like every single play. It's very strange to see. He's not the starting running back. 3rd and 2, it's a handoff to Samuel, and he cuts it up. I decided to go ahead and put Rashad Barr in for the rest of the day. I want to see what he's got. We have a big cushion of a lead. Let's see what the young guy's got. And immediately he'll take the handoff, and he'll get 7. A nice run from the youngster. I don't know what's going on with Rashad Barr. I double-checked the depth chart, too. He's not the backup anywhere. Well, he is now. Oh, another nice play to Taylor Wharton. Gets us down to the 41. But, I mean, yeah, oh, look at that. Taylor Wharton over 100 yards. Finally a game that we watch and he's got over 100 yards. We don't see that too often anymore. As we're switching sides of the field here. Oh, we're going for a screen. And it's Godwin on the receiving end of it. He'll get 4 yards. But yeah, I really want to see more of Rashad Barr. Like I mentioned before this game, there's a chance that we might have somebody special in our backfield that we're not utilizing. And right now we have such a good lead. We have the ability to give him a chance to see what he can do. As we find Trey Palmer over the middle there for another nice completion. But yeah, so I want to see what he can do the rest of this game. If we give him the ball, we don't know. And Chambers once again over the middle to Palmer. And he will get 3 more. 4 for 38 for Palmer. Offset eye here for Barr. And it's a handoff, but my God. Who is number 70? He got annihilated and pushed all the way into the backfield, completely screwing up that whole play design, it looked like. Or it was like a trap or something. He just did not do what he was supposed to do there. 3rd and 7, empty set now. Chambers running around. He goes down. A big play for the defense. It's Sebastian Joseph Day. Atlanta enters this 4th quarter knowing that their season is about to end. As Ritter, how the hell did he get out of that? He surprised Jermaine Johnson so much that I don't think Johnson even realized that he was the quarterback and he could sack him. He ends up firing it to Osborne for a nice play. Wow, that was a weird play. This time, back to pass, looking, caught again by London this time. Out to the down to the 45, big completion. Atlanta gonna put some nice drives together here, I guess, to close things out. Ritter pushed out again, lets it go, and it is completed to Gallagher. I believe that's his name, the backup tight end. Yep, Gallagher with the catch, 2nd one of the day for 9 yards. 10, 14, and ticking left. Ritter's got all the time in the world, steps up, and he decides to run with it. And he will not quite get enough of the first. 3rd and 1. Blitz coming, picked up nicely, and Osborne makes the catch. Winfield went for the big play, and it allows him to get extra yardage down to the 26. A nice pickup for Atlanta. Again, 3 catches, 48 yards for him. And now they're going to go handoff to Robinson, who does not get around Baker. A very quick run went for no gain. 2nd down, they'll give it back to Robinson, who's got all the room in the world. But there is a flag down, and I have a feeling it's coming back. Yes, it is. Holding on the offense. And it's on Drake London, who set the edge there. Also an injury to Billy Price, one of the linemen. Atlanta finally thought they had something there, and instead ends up losing yardage. 2nd and 13. Empty set once again for Ritter. And Ritter pushed out, and he throws it away. The question now becomes for Atlanta, do they move on from Ritter after this season? Because, I mean, they have a team that's capable of making it to the championship. And you have to wonder if it hasn't been... Oh, big run for Algier! And he's into the end zone! Wow! I think the defense was sort of caught off guard that they were ready to run it right there. And Atlanta did an excellent job of securing the edge. A bad like angle there looked like from Dean, I think it was 35, that or Flowers. Cuts off Bronson, and Atlanta getting on the board, 34-13. And out comes the offense, and there's Taylor Wharton, 5 catches, 101 yards. No touchdown, but it's been nice seeing him get some action. Because usually it's always the sim stats that he's getting all these yards at. We don't ever get to see it ourselves, and I like seeing it. Oh, read option for Chambers. I don't like that call. Not at this point in the game. We don't need anything fancy. We're up big. You know, just run a conservative offense, run this clock down, and go home. But it does end up coming out for a good play. I just don't like the risk factor there. And off to Barr, who gets... Oh my God, he got annihilated. 79, I think it was, just demolished him in the backfield. Well, technically it got a yard, but man, that was a tough hit. And there goes Barr, using his speed, and he gets to the 46. Man, it looks different when he takes off, because you know he's got an amazing 40 on him. He's got excellent speed, and he used it there to just blow right past Jesse Bates and gets into the secondary. And Samuel checks in once again. And he's going to take it the right side. Woodley tracks him down after 3. A good play by Woodley, honestly. I mean, there was nobody over there except him and Samuel. So it was either giving up a huge run or making that open field tackle against a big running back. And he did just that. Barr up the middle. Very short gain. Going to lead to 3rd down. Ernest Jones on the stop, so we know he's back. That's good to see for Atlanta. And another run. Oh, a nice patient run from Samuel. Gets him down to the 41. 13 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown for him. And seeing the... Why is White not playing? I don't understand that. I don't get it. We know he's not injured because he's been in on plays, but he's just not coming on the field. I have no idea why. It's strange. These are all formations that White would be in. Very strange. But I have enjoyed seeing what Samuel can do with a full workload today. We don't see that very often. And we've also gotten a chance to see Rashad Barr more than normal. And it might sound like I'm making this up because I just talked about before the game of potentially moving on from Rashad White, but I honestly had him set as the starter. And that's going to lead to 4th down and another long field goal. This will be about 50 yards for McClellan. He's been perfect today. And that will continue here as we continue to add on to this lead, 37-13. Atlanta, last couple of drives here. Ritter puts it over the middle to London. And it's going to be a gain of about 8 yards. Oh, calling an audible here. Osborne coming across the formation. Matched up against Bronson. Oh, Bronson's going to blitz. And that does leave an opening over there, which Ritter finds. Nice job. I'm wondering if he identified that blitz and sent Osborne over there to make sure they got a playoff. So that's a pretty good job. But I still think it might be best for Atlanta to move on from Ritter. I didn't get to finish my thoughts last drive because they ended up scoring a touchdown. But what I'm trying to say is if they had a quarterback that wasn't so hot and cold this season, they would have easily been competing with us for the division. If not, we would have maybe never caught them because of their hot start to the season. And there's an interception, and it's Najee Flowers with the pick. And that's going to shut that drive down. What a play. I love Najee Flowers. What do you guys think, man? Am I overselling this guy? I just feel like I signed the dude in the preseason. I know I've said this so many times. I don't care, guys. I don't care. I signed this dude in preseason as an undrafted free agent. I'm like, hey, I like a taller, strong safety. He's young. I can work with him. Maybe I'd build him up to a nice rotational player. Maybe store him on the practice squad. I saw a little bit of him in preseason. I'm like, you know what? Let's just keep him on the active roster. And he has gotten himself into the game and made plays on so many occasions. And now in the championship game, granted, I mean, the game isn't really on the line here, but stepping up in big moments and making plays. He had the sack early on to sort of set the tempo for this defense. And it's just been awesome to see. This is why I love franchise. Like, watching those kind of players that you don't expect to make noise just play good for whatever reason, no matter the overall. As Barr takes it for his 8th carry. And that brings us to the 2-minute warning. He's got 40 yards on the day, so not too bad for him. We've really stuck to the run in the second half, which has dwindled this clock down and really made Atlanta have to try everything when they do have the ball. As Chambers now looks to Palmer again. Yeah, that was a dagger right there. Excellent throw. I'm assuming we'll maybe run one more play and just down this one out. And there it is. A short run for Barr. And, oh, we're still going to run another play. I guess we're going to run it to under 40, I guess? I don't know. I formation. And Rashad Barr takes the handoff. Gets it for a few. And I'm assuming now we'll kneel it. We will not. We'll just let it run out, guys. We don't need another play, okay? Just let it run out. All right, there it is. Guys, we are going to the Super Bowl. And that, folks, is what is going to send us to the Super Bowl. A 37-13 win over the Falcons. Tyler Chambers had 300 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, only took 1 sack. Desmond Ridder had a horrible day, 52.8 rating, just as if we played them before. Like, it was week 10 all over again for them. Horrible day for that offense. For some reason, Rashad White just didn't play. I don't know what happened to him. I swear to God, he was a starter the entire way through until I decided to put Rashad Barr in. And then when I put Rashad Barr in, he had 10 carries. So it was just like Rashad White just didn't want to check into the game. I don't get it. Samuel, though, did step up, averaging 5 yards a carry. Rashad Barr, 4.5. It was a good day on the ground for us, even though we didn't really use it until the second half. Taylor Wharton led the team with receiving yards, 5 for 101. Drake London did have some really good plays, though, for Atlanta, trying to do something with that offense. As Chris Godwin as well, 7 for 67. They didn't even count his touchdown. Look at that. They didn't count his touchdown, so that's really weird. We had a touchdown from him, but it didn't count. And it didn't count for Chambers either, because he technically had 3 passing touchdowns. That was weird. Madden, I tell you, man, it's a strange game sometimes. On defense, our defense, man, was so good. Najee Flowers, I would say player of the day. Honest to God. He had a sack, tackle for loss, interception. He was in on a few different plays when it came to stopping the run or even breaking up passes. Excellent day from him. Frankie Louvu right behind him. They are neck and neck. He was making plays all over the field. He had 3 tackles for loss. Anthony Moore getting involved with that. Paul Bronson. I mean, our whole defense, we were getting after it from the start, and it really showed through in the end when Atlanta was just grasping at straws, trying to figure something out. That is awesome to see. It's really awesome to see. I did not think that this season was going to end this way. But given all the crap that I've gone through, it's sort of nice because it sort of delayed everything, right? And now I'm sort of behind the 8 ball when it comes to where I wanted to be with this series. We would have probably been on episode like close to like 55 to 60 at this point. And we're only at episode 43 because we just didn't have, or 44, sorry, because we just didn't have time. And that brings us to Super Bowl week. And we are going to be going on the road against the one team that was better than us this season. And that is the Baltimore Ravens, led by, of course, Lamar Jackson. That is going to be an awesome game. Yearly awards are out. Let's go ahead and let's get those checked out and see if any of our guys won anything. So Lamar Jackson ends up winning the MVP. He had a really good season, so that does not shock me in the slightest. None of our players even made it, which also doesn't shock me. Coach of the year goes to Arthur Smith. Okay. I'm not quite sure how that works. Why is Arthur Smith ahead of us by like 5 slots when we beat them? Not that I think Todd Bowles deserved Coach of the Year, but like if Arthur Smith is the guy that's winning it, I mean, that's a little weird, don't you think? That's strange. All right, AFC will just cycle through. Offensive Player of the Year, Lamar Jackson. TJ Watt for the defensive side. Offensive Rookie, Dylan Strong. I believe that is a tight end. Yes, tight end for the Jets. Defensive Rookie, Tony Fox. And we're just going to cycle through here. I'm not stopping to look at all of these. It takes too long. You guys are well aware that there is a pause button. You guys can pause there if you'd like. Jalen Hurts ended up winning Offensive Player of the Year. Defensively, it's Aaron Donald. Devin White got pretty close. We had actually a few people in the running. Devin White, Frankie Louvu, and Jermaine Johnson all getting in there. That's good to see. Offensive Rookie, Tyler Chambers. No surprise there. He deserved it. And defensively, it goes to Shaquille Johnston. Defensive end that the Saints brought in. They have a couple of really good young pieces there. We had Najee Flowers at number 5. I didn't expect that. I mean, he did have very good stats for the season. He may not have been on the field a lot, but when he was, he made a huge impact. And then once again, we'll just go through the cycle here. See if any, oh, Frankie Luvu, look at that. Best linebacker. We had all 3 of the top spots. That's awesome. And that is it. Well, that is going to be the end of this one, folks. What a great episode. We make it to the Super Bowl. Next episode is going to be the big game, the Super Bowl against the Ravens. So make sure you're here to check that out. And guys, let me know what you guys think of the franchise. Because like I've noticed the last few months, even before the issues that I had, that the franchise videos, man, they just don't do very well. And I don't know, man. I know I got a lot of followers from the tip videos, but I do want to still make sure that I'm putting out good content for you guys. So I'm curious if the franchise videos are good, great. If they could be better, let me know. Maybe you guys just aren't interested in that stuff and you're only here for me to tell you good things about the game, which, hey, that's your guys' prerogative, but let me know down below. I'm of course always looking at feedback on all the videos to see what I can do better and what I can change and whatnot. And maybe it's just the lull period for Madden. That very well could be it. So, but again, let me know down below. Also, what do you guys think of the season so far? What do you think of this team? And before you leave, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that bell notification. I will see you guys next time.